Life on Hold, Reflections in the Hourglass by Janelle Dill, Nathaniel Fitzgerald, Jacob Goins, Kevina Hall, Maree, Michael Rosado, and Slagle. Cover art by Jay Costlow. Photography by Jay Costlow, Janelle Dill, and Maree. Circle C 2020, No Shrinking Violet. All rights reserved. Old Oak by Michael Rosado. Old oak tree branches mesmerize, but I know I'm not that impressive. Reaching toward heaven in a feeble attempt to reach glory. Or is it desperate in humility, knowing its state of dependency? Though standing tall where my feet are planted, roots hide beneath the surface. The earth they cling to will surely perish. All I see is destined to decay, but still I can't seem to pry these fingers away from the dust from which they came. Sometimes I claim it's the image, and I bask in its splendor. Oh, it's 7 wonders. I'm in a lightning storm, but I can't hear past the thunder. Fierce winds test my strength, but it's not measured in quantity because my leaves are letting go and my beauty's giving way. I'm finding that the storms in life ain't a test to see who's loyal, but a test of faithfulness in the quality of the soil. I once thought I had a fear of heights. Turns out it was a fear of falling. And in all my folly, it seems my fears were hidden from the truth. That glory is not found in the fruit of the tree that seems to prove, but rather in the secrets of the roots. For he knows our frame, he remembers that we are dust. As for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field, for the wind passes over it, and it is gone. And its place knows it no more. But the steadfast love of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him. Psalm 103, verses 14 through 17, ESV. I often think of these verses in Psalm 103. When I consider my place in the universe and the vast expanse our Creator has designed and filled to the fullness thereof, I cannot help but notice that the very things I allow to consume and overwhelm me are nothing in comparison. I often straddle the fence of this mindset, falling between a healthy, reverent reflection and an imbalanced, self-deprecating prophecy. When I allow pride or the praise of others to be my source of validation, I forfeit the peace that is promised to those whose hearts have stayed and trusted in the Lord. This cycle is easier to critique and recognize than it is to implement in practice the changes necessary for rest. Isn't it ironic that rest is something to work toward or cultivate? Yet when a child drifts off to sleep, they typically do not have to stress over it. But oh, what a gift it is to behold and partake in wide-eyed childlike wonder again. The simplicity of just trusting and abiding. It is found in Christ alone. He offers this to all who are weary. This peace and wholeness are not for an outward show, as if we have it all together. We cannot glorify in our vain attempts at success, but it's even for those moments that have gone by, the things we may not be proud of, our mistakes and failures, our addictions or former abuse, our wounds and our scars. These are the things, the seasons and times for which our choices to remain rooted will strengthen us if we guard our hearts with all diligence in agreement with the one who values us and finds us worthy of everlasting love. Glory is found even here in the secret place. But, as always, we have a choice in the matter. Let us not allow our fears to hinder our peace. During this pandemic, I have heard a number of my mentors reflect on bringing our honest heart, our whole self, into the safe spaces. Vulnerability is the pathway to healing. Author and professor Brené Brown shares a lovely truth in her study of shame and vulnerability, saying that it is impossible to have courage without vulnerability. So be strong and very courageous. Be vulnerable. Be true. Learn from nature. Be nurtured. Read by Janelle Dill.